Hey, everybody. It's January 1st, 2025. Happy New Year. Good to see you. I just really wanted to say hello and thank you guys for being here and supporting me and reading what I write and looking at what I draw and giving me feedback and all your amazing thoughts and interesting conversations. I'm really grateful for this app. It's been great, as I've told you. Um, Hi, Elaine. Hi, Mary Aries, Scott, um, Eduardo. Tell me where you guys are from. Um, so I am planning on drawing for you, but I just wanted to show my face first and say hello. Um, Helen, Sarah, Robert, how is everybody's day been going? I did really very little today. I'm still overcoming this stupid flu, and but I'm much better than I was. Thank you. um, Idaho, wow. Virginia, California, um, Connecticut, California. Any international folks? I don't know how far reach I have. Tucson. I've been to Tucson. Oh, Okay, it's going so fast I can't read all the places. Michigan, Texas. Great. Thank you guys for being here. What's going on with my hair up here? Um, anyway, so I'm going to turn this around and I'll draw for you a little bit. And Nevada, Wisconsin, Kansas. Great. Good to see you guys. Hope you had a good day. I hope you had a good evening last night. I went to bed early, went to some friend's house for a little cheer and snacks across the street. Pennsylvania, Atlanta. Hi, Atlanta. I really enjoy Atlanta. Pennsylvania, a lot of my relatives are from Pennsylvania. Um, anyway, that's enough. Maybe I should turn this around and draw for you so you can look at something other than my face. Okay, oops. So look at that, I got some new paints for Christmas. These are, Caran d'Ache is a great company. I've visited their factory. It's in Switzerland. Amazing stuff. And this is also Caran d'Ache, these watercolor pencils. But these are gouache, which is a type of water paint based paint, but it's not like it's more opaque than watercolor. And I really have not worked on gouache, so I asked for these for Christmas because I wanted to try them out. And so you'll get to see me try them out. But first, I wanted to talk to you about something. Put this in my little holder without setting the alarm off on my phone. Um, let's see if you can see. So let me just start drawing. So this is a watercolor pencil, and I thought I would draw with that. And this needs to be up higher so you can see the whole page. Still a little crooked. It's always, it's always a little bit a experiment to find out what works. Okay, so I had this idea to draw something and talk to you. I'm gonna use words in my drawing. Let's hope because sometimes when I draw words and I talk at the same time, I misspell. I'm a very bad speller. You probably have noticed that. But particularly when I'm drawing, I'm a bad speller. This is probably not that interesting to watch. So I thought about drawing the words New Year. Uh, but then it dawned on me, I was thinking about what the new year means to me, particularly a new year. Every new year, I've been through a lot of them. And I don't put much weight on the new year. Uh, it's fun to think about. It's fun to see people and celebrate the passage of time, although do we really like to celebrate that? um, anyway, a new day. Today is a new day. And what I was thinking is that for creative people, and maybe for a lot of you too, every every day is a new day in terms of how you're going to do your how you're going to think. So, so I'm going to stop talking for a minute so I can think. So every today is New Year's Day. We're starting a new calendar year, 2025, but it's also a new day. And I was thinking that as I head into the new year, I think always think about like, am I going to do anything different this year? Am I going to um, change my drawing approach, or I'm just going to play with this a little bit. What newness am I going to bring to the year? Anything, if anything. And I was thinking that for people who do creative work like me, you kind of have to think that way every single day, otherwise you'll get stale. So creativity is like starting a new day every day. It's like, and we're all starting a new day, but I'm not sure if I'm making any sense. It's like figuring something out every day, looking at the world new every day, which is what many of us do on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Trying to look at the world differently, like trying to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it in the new year. And I'm suggesting that creativity, a creative endeavor, is starting anew every single day. Let's see what this will look like if I can. It's not going to really work very well. So making it's going to be too it's going to because I used this watercolor pencil in black, it's going to bleed. Um, but I'll give her a red shirt. So what do you think of that? I mean, it's good to think about the new day or the new year when you come to it, and reassess. That's too dark. See, it's bleeding. I think I'll wait for a few minutes on that. Thinking about it. So in order to stay creative, let's draw something else. In order to stay fresh as a creative person, you have to look at every single day with new eyes if you can. I'm not saying I do that, but you have to look at every day with new eyes, and maybe we should all be doing that. What's she going to be doing? I have no idea. My go-to is to have her with an animal, but maybe I'll do something else. I like drawing people who are dancing. I have to say that this, uh, leading up to this New Year's, I have been thinking about um, drawing and how I can express it in the coming year. If I could do something different, I haven't figured it out yet. I also got new brushes today. Yes, on Christmas. See how many we have? 200 people here. That's great. Nice to see you all here. Oops, this guy needs his hands. I know this hand is a little weird, but creativity is looking at the world outside. What's this color? Looking at the world outside and looking inside of you and figuring out how to respond to it. And so every day is new. Every day is different. Every day is unique. And if you're an artist or a cartoonist or a writer, you gotta look at every day as if it's you haven't seen it before, but look at it with fresh eyes. What's this? Is this black? Oh, that's black. Interesting. So I'm treating these as watercolors, as I think you probably have to mix them to get. These are gouache. If you just joined me, my name is Liza Donnelly, and I'm a cartoonist with the New Yorker and other places. Oops. Ooh, that's got black on there. Um, and I have a Substack, as you know, because you're here. Oh, I don't like that. I'm so used to watercolors that I don't really know how to use gouache. All right, that's a skin color. Gouache, this is gouache, and it's a little more, from what I'm told, it's more opaque than watercolor, which means it's not a see-through. It's meant to be used that way. Let's give her. I must say, mixing is quicker than with watercolors. And I know there's lots of things you can do, like um, wet the paper first and then add the color to it. creates a different effect. So let's see what happens when I do that. Um, I haven't used orange yet. This paper is not handling the paint the way I want it to. It's sort of soaking it up. So let's just try something else. I'm going to use this gouache like it's supposed to be used. It's opaque. You're witnessing me play with gouache for the first time. I usually use watercolor. Oh, okay. Um, so what are your plans for the new year? Do you have any things you want to do differently? Any things that you want to change with your routine or your interactions with other people? Let's see. One thing I meant to tell you, one thing about reassessing my cartoons and my drawings in the coming year, and I tend to do that every New Year. I said I don't do resolutions. I don't really think about it too much, but I can't help but think about, because you have time to to rest between around this time. If you celebrate Christmas and between Christmas and New Year, you get a chance to think about like, okay, what am I doing with things? And so I do think that to some degree. And as you know, I've been doing this documentary, putting together this documentary about women cartoonists at the New Yorker. And so it's looking at a lot of cartoons of other people's work. And it makes me think about my own work, of course. Um, and one of the things we talk about in this film is what makes great cartoons from somebody in the past and in the present is that oftentimes it's not about a joke, it's about a world. It's about the way this particular artist gives us people and gives us a world, um, gives us their view on the world, their whatever it is. Like, Charles Adams, of course, he did um, uh, a wonderful macabre. He had a wonderful macabre world. Uh, uh, Ed Koren had fuzzy creature world. Very. It's not just the drawing; it's the attitude of the the tone of the writing in the caption. Roz Chast has her own world, and I keep wondering, do I have a world? I know I know I do, but is it visible to the viewer? Is it identifiable to the viewer? That's what I want to know. I'm going to do this right now. Um, Worlds of drawing, worlds of people. I don't repeat people in my mind, although I think I do, but they're not. How New Yorker cartoons are. Um, One-offs, really. They're not syndicated or anything. I'm gonna give this woman some skin tone. So this is my thinking right now with my work. What is my world, and how can I make it more visible to people, to my viewers? If you have any thoughts on that, write me. Let me know what you think my world is. I'm curious, just your feedback. And tell me about your world too. Like, if you're a creative person, do you strive to share your view of the world with other people? Is that what you're doing? I mean, I think that's what most creative people are doing, and even journalists. They're trying to share their view of the world. Um, Hi, Stephen Beschloss. Good to see you. Tom Caudry. Marlana. Been writing historical novels this year. Well, this year you'll be contemporary. Interesting. I wonder why you've decided to switch. Finishing writing your book so I can do art. That's great, story carrier. Um, fill up half the sketchbooks dating back to the 70s. I can relate to that. I have some unfinished sketchbooks. Um, well, should I draw anymore? Have you had enough of my scribbles? I feel like this conversation has just begun, and I would like to do this more often with you. That is something I'm thinking about. Um, so I'm going to do this. I'm holding the phone in my hands. Um, so, and the other thing, of course, this year is full of complications. Oops. Um, this person is really weird. No neck. Um, full of complications because of the political realm, and I want to do whatever I can to help with that. And I have some ideas, and I don't know. I don't really want to do political cartoons per se, although I'm sure I will keep doing my New Yorker type political cartoons. But let's get this. Creativity is about experimenting. Oops. It is hard to do this holding the phone in your hand. So a wonderful video today. It's on my Instagram story of the Times Square um, when the ball drops on New Year's Eve. They, at the stroke of midnight, they send out a bunch of confetti, biodegradable, whatever, and it's all done by hand. I didn't know that. A bunch of volunteers get together and they throw confetti out of the windows. And there's a balloon over here that's kind of has a mind of its own. Let's see what you guys are saying. I love reading your comments. I wish I could draw and read your comments at the same time. So that's pretty much what I had planned to do today. I did a couple of drawings for you. I really wanted to talk to you about how, for those of us who are creative types, every day is like a new year day because you have to think about it as like, what am I going to do that is new, that is fresh, that is um, true to myself. So thank you for being here. I hope you have a great evening, New Year's Day evening, and turn this off. And I will see you next time. Hopefully, I'll do this again soon. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Kit. Hi, Marcy. Patricia. Do I always start with drawing the head? Yes, I do. I'm pretty sure. Karen Olson. Hi, Karen. Maybe you're not the same Karen. I'm related to a Karen Olson. Um, anyway, I'm babbling. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great day. And I really appreciate, I don't, it sounds so trite, but I really do appreciate you guys. And I'm very thankful for you. And I hope you all are well and have a great evening and a great New Year's. We'll do the best we can with what we've been dealt. And I know we'll get through this. Okay. Bye.